Hey guys, I hope you're well. So in this video, we're going to have a look at HTML, CSS, and JavaScript accordions. Quite an essential feature to be able to build out for our pages, whether they are in page builders in WordPress, whether they're in our HTML projects, or of course, whether they're in Astro. So this will be something that you can transfer to all of those environments. I will make the code available to you. So yeah, I'll let you know how you can get hold of it, just so that you can jump ahead with the project, and then you'll have a magic accordion. So a client of a breakdance site that I was working on provided me with a static visual of an accordion that they wanted for their sectors, just to give a nice little bit of an idea on the different things that they offered in different sectors. Okay, really great idea. And there was a specific visual in mind. So it's really nice, spacious looking accordion with a little image and then the heading. And this entire bar here, header bar, is clickable. So that's pretty cool. And from the client's perspective, that's pretty easy. You know, like, can you just give me this accordion? And this is a pretty one. Working in breakdance, as versatile as breakdance can be, the accordion elements didn't have the ability to create this. It didn't necessarily have to be dynamic content. I just needed the accordion to be customizable enough visually that I could get the nice space and a nice caret, a whole clickable, and more importantly, the image here in line with the heading. None of the breakdance elements were able to do this. The accordion's available in breakdance. Most of the great function in that is offering the the fact that you can, within this area, do anything you want because it's all drag and drop elements. But this area here is just lacking, and so this wasn't really possible. I did try. I did create a CPT for sectors and decide to try and use the loop builder and use the accordion function, because I thought creating a global block, I'd have more creativity over this section here. But it just couldn't work. It wasn't available within that sort of realm, so or space. So unfortunately, it just wasn't possible using the builder that was there. Bricks has got some good options, but I don't actually think it would have been possible there either with that loop builder use with the accordion. But I think I'm wrong there. I need to explore it more. At one point, this was even the content reveal element, but I had doctored the read more to be the caret using a pseudo element and dragged it up, and all I needed to be able to do to finish that off was expand the link to the entire div. But unfortunately, because of hidden elements within the HTML that I hadn't put there, it wasn't something I could make work. So I had to abandon that. And that's one of the limitations with page builders. That's why it's so liberating sometimes to be able to just work directly with the code and understand how to create what you want. And with the help of AI as well, that can be very, very easy to do. So I've got the code for you, but let's just show you how it all knits together, and you'll be able to do something very much like this. And of course, you're not limited in page builders, because what I used in breakdance was the code block. It has HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And especially if you're not using dynamic content for an element, once you realize that, you don't have to feel so limited by the elements or by what you can build using the drag and drop. You can actually go code first, and this is working perfectly. It's responsive, it's smooth, it's perfect. Okay, and it's using the code blocks. So you might not be using Etch in WordPress, which is a great move to do if you don't need the wider ecosystem. But if you're in breakdance and bricks, I would encourage you to start considering using the code block a lot more for custom elements. So let's stop yapping about it. Let's get into it. I'm gonna open up Feud, and we're gonna splat this onto my yoga site, full site build, and then we'll just discuss it to familiarize ourselves, and then you'll have this made available to you at the end of the vid. So I'm going to open up yoga website. That's my full site build, and we're just going to splat this at the bottom of the page here. Right, so I'm going to add another section, and I'm going to add it right in this div here. Okay, so let's have a look. This one, right. Okay, so let's just have a quick peek at this. What we have is the accordion item. So, oh, sorry, we have this is the top part. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this as and the bottom bit as an insert, an HTML insert. And what that means is that you're going to be able to press slash and type accordion, press enter, and this part is just going to pop into being for you. And you can multiply this as much as you want. And yeah, so couple that with the CSS and the JavaScript, and you've got yourself an accordion. So obviously you might want to take away the image that will be there. So this little image at the beginning of the accordion, maybe you don't want that, and that's totally fine. But regardless, paste in the HTML, and we've got ourselves an accordion. Of course, it's going to be absolutely disgustingly ugly, but you can see that we've got the demo content there. Obviously, what you will have is this section here. All right. Now let's grab the CSS. So copy the CSS. Now the thing with Vue is that obviously, this is selector specific. But if we want to go edit the global sheet and add more than one selector and set of properties and values, we need to click on the global here. And that's going to take us to our sheet. Now, as desktop coders, it's for us to decide where we're going to place all of these items, and how we're going to lay out our CSS sheets. So Vue does its best not to interrupt with where you've put things. When it's creating selectors, it's doing what it can to put it in alphabetical order, as you can see here. So there can be some anomalies. We've got the review card up here, but just move them around. It won't confuse Vue Studio. I'm just going to paste all of this up in the top right now. So you can see all of the different CSS values that we've got. We've got the custom accordion wrapper, accordion item, accordion header. Okay, so and the hover values, so we want it to change to a light gray when we're hovering on it. Very simple to go and arrange and alter. So I'm going to click apply changes, and look at that, it's all good, it's all ready to go. Okay, obviously we don't have the JavaScript there, which is the brain of it. So yeah, we'll sort that out in a second. Let's quickly arrange some icons, shall we? So I do have icons. Let's open up I need to put my glasses on, my eyes are strained, so I'm going to get spectacular on you. Let's open up the assets and arrange the images. Okay, so I'm in the images folder. I won't waste your time now with creating another one for icons, but I'm just going to drag these in off my desktop. Sector image 1. Okay, so I've got the images in there. What I'm realizing is that these are WebP, and my images in the code, I believe, are JPEG. So I just need to swap those out. Yes, I do. Coolio. WebP. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I only need to do the actual header ones. So that'll be that. Sector image. All right, they're all the same, and we don't want that really. So I'm going to remove those. The accordion has some in the actual content. Okay, so I'm going to apply the changes there, and we should see them come through. Wonderful. What's wrong with that one? WebP. P. I probably left a J in there or something. Oh, that one. That's it. Cool. Okay. Lovely. Look at that. That's looking really nice. I like it. Let's change the background here. I didn't actually put classes on it, so accordion, accordion inner. Cool. Let's just change the background of that. Var white. Yeah, that's looking really nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's up for grabs, but let's sort the JavaScript out. Now, very much something from like the etch, and obviously in bricks or breakdowns, you would put using the code block, you would put very specific JavaScript or JavaScript onto a very specific element. While this JS panel is attached to the selector that you're on, and it does create a sort of like a wider panel. So I need to make sure it's attached to app.js. Okay, and I'm not sure whether I need to actually put this on. So if this was a button and I put button JavaScript, it would click up. In fact, I can show you that. Well, I can't. I need to show you. I need to put a button on or something. But I can slap on a button. Let's do that quickly. In button, where is it? See who can spot it first. So that should work. Button. I can't remember the name of the test button. What's the name of the insert there? Button test. Didn't try that one. Give it a toggle if it doesn't come through. No. Oh, I didn't change the selector. What am I on about? Dot accordion button. Right, okay, that's saved and go. Okay, so that works. Okay, JavaScript on the selector. I just wouldn't be sure where I need to put the which selector I need to put the JavaScript on. So it might be that I just want to put it on a main.js on a global sheet, to be honest. But let's try it on here and then see if the accordion fires up into life. Oh, it does. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, well, that opens up a bit of an opportunity then, really, because what that means is I can most definitely add this to the available Feud Studio inserts. Okay, so in HTML, it will be /accordion, hit enter, and it's going to give you this nice section for just one of them, and then you can repeat it if you want. In CSS, you'll need to go to your global, and then you'll type in /accordion and then enter. And then enter, and it's going to give you all of this CSS. So I'm going to put that into the next update, and then cancel. And then in JavaScript, we're going to do the same. So just as I entered the test button there, or you could click on here and see the list, you're going to see accordion, and that's going to give you this very piece of JavaScript. And what that means is that you're going to place that onto the well, in this case, it's on the section within which is the accordion. This is on the actual accordion, if that makes more sense, and I'm assuming that should all just work fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that works really well. We're going to add this accordion to Feud Studio, and I think that's the best way for you to get hold of it, really, isn't it? But if you do want to still just get hold of the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, let me know and I can send it to you. So let me know in the comments. And we'll figure out a way for you to get it if you're not a Feud user. But if you are a Feud user, this is there waiting for you. Okay, so that's it really. That's how to create a really sexy looking accordion. And if you would like another item, you just need to pop along to the inspector here, or not the inspector, the structured tree, and you can duplicate and create another item. So give that a whoosh, and we've got another one there, and obviously change out all of the details. So we might want to, for example, get rid of this image. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, that one's not set, is it? Okay, that's fine. We don't want it anyway. Okay, so that's gone, and then change out all of the details here. So item number 6. Whoa, there we go. And obviously the title and the heading. Where was that one? Span. We'd want that to be number 6. Okay, very easy to do. So the message of this video really is not to be feeling so constrained by page builders elements. If you're still having to use page builders in WordPress, which as much as I'm liking to move out in other aspects of work, I work with a lot of clients in WordPress for breakdance and bricks. You know, you're doing work there and you want to do it to the best of your ability. You don't have to be constrained by the elements that they are provided or by what you can build there visually and dragging and dropping. There are code editors, code blocks, and for the most part they work really, really well. And so you can always just drum up a custom code element such as this, and you paste it into the various blocks, and away you go. There are different ways to implement things like dynamic content if you really have to, and so you needn't be afraid of that either. Yeah, I'll show you a way to do a different taxonomy call in a query without using the loop builder at all in Breakdance, and you can even pull in a global block. It got me out of a pickle when I needed a taxonomy link for a post type. I just went custom, and it works perfectly. The client doesn't know the difference, and you're doing your job there as a developer. So there we are. Don't be afraid of the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Start using the code blocks, and if you're stepping outside of page builders anyway, then Future Studio has a free accordion for you to use, so you know where to go. Right, if you would just like the code for this made available to you, let me know in the description, and if you'd like it, I'll make it available. Or see the description. Maybe I've done that anyway. Cool. All right. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and throw me a comment anyway. It kind of helps out the channel, doesn't it? Cheers.